All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry. I know more when he said he wants to do leg work, and I know Ohio Guardian's done more work than most, and I know what I've done behind the scenes to help him. He can fall or make it on his own. I'm glad I didn't sub. I would have had to go to unsubbing because I don't play that game. I'm willing to help anybody, but you don't demand anything from me for my help. And that's exactly what he just went about doing. And that's the wrong way to get people to back you. So, y'all may dislike or like what I just said. I don't care. That's my feelings, and I'll say them. What he did was wrong, what he told Ohio Guardian. And he expects help from people. Well, no one knows what his case is all about. This is the first time I ever heard of the man. I don't appreciate what he told Ohio Guardian, and I won't. If he can't do a simple push of a freaking button or write up a simple thing so we know what we're actually going to be arguing about and actually doing, then I don't need to be there. Because I ain't going to support someone I don't know nothing about. So. But trying to look at something, hit the wrong button. I have fought more fights than probably just as much as he has in two different states in two different ways. Not just Colorado. I fought that fight he's fighting right now too. As a landowner and someone procuring land. I don't have that land no more. I let it go. Didn't want to pay the taxes I had on it and everything. But here's the thing. What he don't understand and what will get shoved up his butt when it comes to that on land. No one owns their land. I hate to tell them. The government owns the land. Hey, Miss Constitutional. Sorry I had to leave that other stream over there. I don't get demanded to do anything, and I don't appreciate him demanding anybody to do anything for him. No one knows what his case is about. And if he can't do a simple task as far as pushing a button to let us know what's going on with him, and he demands you to do research on him and what his problem is, that's not a very good way to get support. I have a problem with authority in taking demands. And he ain't my authority by no means. And I hate to tell him, here's what the government will tell him about his land use. It's land use. No one owns their land. No one owns their land. All they have to do is come in and say eminent domain, and you have to leave. They are supposed to give you fair market value. And that's all they got to do. So no, he's going to lose that case most likely if the government sends a decent lawyer. And he'll lose it on that grounds. So he's fighting a fight he will not be able to win, I hate to say. And the eminent domain law and clauses of the government provide that you do not own your land. You are renting your land, and you are maintaining your land. And they have the right to come in and just say eminent domain as soon as they feel as though it's for the betterment of a community or the people as a whole. And that's all they got to do. I know my grandpa, oh thank you, my grandpa was thrown off his land that he spent hard-earned money on. They only gave him 3/4 of what he paid for the land, and they said that was fair market value for the land, and that he needed to get off of there at such and such time, or they would remove him off of there, so they could put a dam in that would flood his house. And they used the eminent domain clause. He had no choice but to take what little bit of money they offered him, which was only 3/4 of what his property value was, and get off by the date set, or they would have removed him from the property and then seized everything inside the house on top of it. And that is the way eminent domain works. So he's probably fighting a losing battle there. Now, what he can fight against is homeowners the associations. They are illegal. They cannot tell you what to do. Them have lost cases after cases after cases after cases in every court across the United States forever. Since there's been homeowners associations, they've lost cases. Homeowners association is an illegal and fraudulent association that will lose every time they go into a court. But as far as the government goes, the government has total say-so. All they have to do is tell you eminent domain and you're off your property. They can come on your property at any given time for a survey of your property. They can survey your property at any given time. Now, they can't come on there without a warrant and search your property. No, they cannot. That is a different deal. But I don't know all the details, and when I'm demanded to help, when I'm demanded that I need to do my research on his case, and he don't want to give out details, I don't need to support that. And I'm pretty sure Ohio Guardian probably didn't appreciate what he said too when he's asking for help. So, I know I didn't appreciate it, so I left and opened my own live stream again. I may be wrong. But see, I could give you all sorts of ifs, ands, or buts about his case because I know nothing about his case, and he was being rude about it. And Wendy O, you are very sweet, and you are a very beautiful person. That's why you're mine. I done claimed you like you claimed me. But now that I have my little say about that, how is everybody today? I know I'm doing better. We found out what the charging problem was on the boat. I just found out what the charging problem. We found out what the charging problem was on the boat. Joe found that, so we don't have no. There was a loose wire, and Joe found it. Thank God. We got the battery charging now. Hi, Sabrina Love. How are you, hon? Good to see you here. That's all it was. We got the battery charging back up now and all that. But I'm still gonna go into town with Joe. We're gonna get about 3 or 4 batteries and we're gonna get them charged. I am doing pretty good now, Sabrina Love. I finally got a charge back on my phone, and I'm able to do live stream. I'm still on the river, y'all. Once I get off, I'll be going to Joe's, and we're gonna stay inland for a little while. And but I'm gonna get on my bike, and I'm gonna do live streams and things like that. But I love y'all, and thank you for the support. And I'll probably be going live, whatever. When I'm on the bike. Destiny says she's going to try to go, Destiny said she'll try to go live soon as she can. And but y'all great people, and thank you for the support. I won't ever. Thank you, Wendy O. Thank you, Mrs. Constitutional. Thank you very much. And hopefully, if I ever get in that type of situation to where I am asking for support and all, and that type of situation that Vince Edwards, I guess his name is, or whatever his YouTube name is, if I ever get into that, and someone asks me for some emailed information, I will be doing my best to get y'all the emailed information, or asking you to watch a video on what happened. One of the two. I'm not going to sit there and demand you to do legwork. You ask for support and then don't want to help the support that you ask for. I have a problem with that. So I apologize if I pissed anybody off with that way of feeling, but that's my feeling about it. So I would have been more than willing to support it if I wouldn't have heard him say, no, I demand you to go look it up. You know, I can't, I won't do that. So, very much so, Miss Constitutional. It was very arrogant of him. And that's, you put it in more eloquent terms than I did. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, Wendy O, hurry back, hon. You are more of an eloquent speaker than I am, Miss Constitutional. You said it all in one word where I explained it out. I couldn't think of the word I was looking for, so I had to explain out how I felt. And I do love listening to you speak when you start getting eloquent like that, because I love an eloquent speaker. That's why I like Ethics instead. He's a very eloquent speaker. You may not like what he's got to say, but you got to appreciate his speaking skills and abilities, because he's a very eloquent speaker. Right, Miss Constitutional. There you go. You know, you ask for help, you'll receive help if you meet your help at least halfway. Tell us the videos that you want us to see. Things like that. I agree, Miss Constitutional. I love ethics, and there's a lot of things me and him don't agree on. But I still love listening to him talk, and I love listening to his ideas. Again, that goes back to something I said in a couple of streams ago. If we all thought the same, hey Eastern Kentucky, if we all thought the same, the world would be a very boring and dull place, because we would know exactly what the other person was thinking. Therefore, it'd be a very boring and dull place. I am glad that the world is made up of people who think differently. I appreciate the peace, love, marijuana hippies all the way up to the people that I hate the government and they all need to die. I love them all because we all think differently. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. All right, Eggs, you be careful. Yes, you need to definitely supervise them youngins on that. Yeah. So yes, I can appreciate someone who speaks eloquently, even though he may not be thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's very good, Mr. Constitutional. I'm glad you've had that opportunity and ability. I am glad, because he's very smart and very knowledgeable in law. I mean, I've seen his videos where he spoke in Hawaii. I've seen what he's done here since he's been on the mainland. He is very knowledgeable in the law and can be a great help to anybody with the law. So, I mean, and he can teach you a thing or two about talking in a government setting if you listen to him. Because like I said, he's a very eloquent speaker. And unfortunately, you get up there and be brutish and redneckish to a lot of government officials, especially when you, good morning, Tex Rose. I'm glad you made it. You get brutish and redneckish to a lot of higher government officials, like state officials or higher. They won't listen to you. They're like, oh, this is just another brutish redneck that thinks he knows something and don't know nothing. And they instantly turn a deaf ear to you as soon as you start going that way. So eloquent speaking gets them to turn their head. You would probably listen to Merp 34 more if he didn't talk, in my opinion, condescending. Yeah, I agree. He can be very condescending. And that's sort of the problem I have with him. And I do have a problem with him talking a little bit bad, talking bad about people with learning disabilities. I have a big problem with that. You know, so. I agree, Miss Constitutional, because keeping that level head in the face of hypocrisy is a very, very hard thing to do. I know I find myself losing my temper in hypocrisy, in the face of hypocrisy, a lot. If you don't believe me, that's how I got a YouTube channel banned for me for 3 months. The face of hypocrisy was rearing its ugly head, and I lost it. So, And it got my YouTube channel banned for 3 months. So there you go. It is hard to keep that level. And that is a very valiant trait. If you ask me, it's a valiant trait of ethics instead. Hey, News Now Canuck, you sexy beast. The sexy beast has graced my room. But that is something that did not take very well from my uncle either. My uncle, you're going to wear the body condom now? Unfortunately, Miss Constitutional, I have a line that once it's crossed, I can't stop it. My filter gets thrown out, and my filter is done. You know, that's my problem. Once I cross that line, I've been that way since I was a little kid. By the way, I'd cuss out a full-grown man over hypocrisy and lying, or any other thing for that matter. When I was 6 years old, I'd get in their face and call them piece of crap, piece of shit, whatever. And I'd cuss them out at 6 years old over that stuff. After I got pushed past a certain line, I would try to speak about it. I'd try to be nice about it. And then once I got past that line, I was done. Even at 6 years old, I know I got one of the worst butt whoopings I ever got from my mom. Was because Xanax is your filter. That's funny. One of the worst butt whippings I ever got from my mom was I got up and went off on a full-grown 6'8", 290-pound man when I was 6, because he lied to my mom and about me, and I lost it, and I cussed him out for everything he was worth. Now my mom explained to me the reason why I got my butt whooping was not that I had a problem with what the man said, and I spoke my opinion. It was how I spoke my opinion. She said I could have done it in a more respectful manner. Well, I still have found to this day, and I'm 41 years old, once I get pushed past a certain line, I still don't have my filter no more. So, hello, Kodiak. How are you, bro? It's good to see you. Thank you for the support. I'm doing pretty dang good right now, Kodiak A Bear. I'm going to still call you Kodiak A Bear sometimes, and I'm going to call you Kodiak. I agree, Rose. I'm the same way. I am the same way, Rose. I try to give everybody chances too, as you've all seen me do. Well, okay, I'm doing ugly dang good. How's that? I know I lied when I said purty. Wow, Miss Constitutional, that's funny though. I'm glad you did that. You know, no one has the right to bully anybody for nothing. So I'm glad you did. Oh, you were talking too much there, Kodiak. Hey, well, I'll tell you, my biggest one was in second grade, and it actually wasn't me; it was my mom. I was a hyperactive kid, very hyper, and as you can tell, I'm still, as an adult, very hyper. It's hard for me to sit still and things like that. I'm very hyper. I talk with my hands a lot and things. But when I was a kid, I was extremely hyper. Well, my mom would not put me on Ritalin because it made me that's a great day in your life. I'm sure, Miss Constitutional, it would have been a great day in mine. I got in an argument with the teacher. Oh, okay. Heck, that's funny. But she grabbed me by my neck. That teacher did after I got in an argument with her. Grabbed me by my neck like this, right around my neck, and she dug in her fake fingernails so hard it made me bleed out of my neck. And she escorted me down the hall to the principal's office like that. Well, the principal was going to give me swats on top of it. I walked right out of that freaking principal's office, and I grabbed the phone out of the secretary's hand. I don't know who she was talking to this day. I hung up on that person, and then I immediately called my mom at work and told her what happened. My mom came into that principal's office. She was a raging bull. She almost went to jail that day because she looked at my neck and she told the principal to get that teacher down there so she could talk to her and tell her how she's not to lay a hand on her son. The principal absolutely denied it and said he was going to give me swats for disrupting the class and grabbed his paddle. My mom grabbed him, bent him over his desk, and took his own paddle and paddled his own ass with his own paddle and said, "Now, you're going to do what I said." And that guy got up. He was bawling and squalling like a little kid. "I'm calling the cops on you. I'm calling the cops on you." Well, by the time it was all said and done, my mom never went to jail. And the principal got fired, and so did the teacher got fired that day. And it took till 3:30 in the afternoon to have that all happen. This all started at 9 o'clock in the morning. My mom did not play games like that. She told them if they had a problem, she had already told them if they had a problem with me in school to call her, and she would take care of the problem. So, my mom was a great woman. I love my mom to death. I hate she passed away. She was a great woman. That's funny, Mrs. Constitutional. Teach him to wear a Windsor knot, won't it? But Mom didn't let no one mess with her kids. That was freaking awesome of my mom. He probably had it coming too, Mrs. Constitutional. He probably had it coming if she choked the shit out of him. Well, my mom literally called the school and told them, if you have a problem with my son, she told them right there at the beginning of the school year. And they made sure I heard this. Okay? So I know Mom's not lying. Mom never lied about that type of stuff. And she made sure I had to hear it so I knew what was coming down the pike if I was a bad kid. And believe me, my mom scared me a hell of a lot worse than that principal or that teacher ever did, even after they bloodied me and threatened to whip me with a paddle. Okay? I was more scared of my mom than I was them, believe me. And she told them straight up, if I was a bad kid, they are to call her at work. It didn't matter if she was at work or at home. She would come and deal with the problem. She did not want no one else dealing with a problem with me. And that's where they failed to, see, they also failed to respect my mom's wishes. And believe me, you didn't go against mom's wishes if she asked you. My mom cared a lot about me. I love my mom. Let me tell you how much my mom cared about me. My mom cared so much about me that when they were ready to put her in a nursing home, I spent 4 years of my life tending to my mom so she did not have to go into a nursing home, and she had some semblance of independence in her life all the way up to her death. So that's how much my mom cared about me. I disowned my sister because that's how much my mom cared about me. Because my sister was willing to put my mom in a nursing home. So, my mom, if my mom didn't show me that type of care, I probably would not cared enough to keep my mom from going to a nursing home. Okay? But my mom showed me a lot of love and a lot of care. And she gave a lot to me and my sister. She worked. Thank you very much, Kodiak. I hope anybody who has caring parents and cared for them and loved for them and nurtured them at least the way my mom did, I would hope that they would do the same for their parents if they can, if they're in a capability of doing it. I mean, Brian King, look at Brian King. He's taking care of his mom, and she's in a very bad way. I mean, he's keeping her out of a nursing home. You know, that ain't a cheap way. That's no cheap way to live either. I'll tell you that now. It's very hard to take care of someone that's not doing well as far as health. It's very hard, especially when he has bad health on his own. I'm sure that made it harder. I know how hard it was for me to take care of my mom, and I was in perfect good health then. I hadn't hurt my back then, and things like that. So you know a small amount of what it's like. It's very hard, ain't it, Miss Constitutional? I mean, it's a hard thing to do to keep your head on straight enough to do all that, and all. Sometimes it's hard for us to just take care of ourselves as us. I got props to your granny. That's freaking awesome. 75 years old and still lives alone. Props to your granny. I am so happy for that woman. I'm glad she's mentally stable enough and physically able enough to live on her own. That is freaking awesome. I love that. I love that. And I hope she gets to live to be 102 and still be on her own. I knew some people that were 92 years old. The old man died. You're welcome, Rose. And I hate that for you. I really do. You're an awesome person. I'm glad to see that you, at least in my opinion, from what little I know about you, decided to turn your life in a different direction than what you were taught. Because you seem to be a very compassionate person to me. Yeah, oh my gosh, Miss Constitutional, you had your hands full all the way, you know, and trying to let them be independent. That's that's awesome. That's awesome, Miss Constitutional. Because so many people have lost what the value of family is nowadays. They're and the value of family has been lost so much nowadays. It's like, oh, they're sick. Who cares? Throw them in a nursing home. Fuck them. Forget about them. That's what you see a lot now. I know. I worked in a nursing home for almost 2 years in Missouri, and a lot of people did that to their family members. You know, their moms, their grandmas, their grandpas, their aunts, their uncles. Let's throw them in a fucking nursing home. Forget about them. Fuck them. And that just destroys them people. And a lot of them people are great people. I know I got to know a lot of the people at the nursing home that were in there as residents of the nursing home. And they were great people. And fountains and fountains and fountains of knowledge. Oh my God. The knowledge that was bestowed on me when I worked in that nursing home was unfathomable. I got to talk to a woman that went through the Great Depression as a child. And she told me how she remembered how the Great Depression was. And they had livestock on their farm, you know, and all that. And people were literally trying to come and steal their livestock. They hired people for a place to live, 3 squares a day, and the chance to have dessert 1 time a week, okay? What they called dessert was a pumpkin pie or a blueberry pie or something like that. She told me about that. And they hired them people to shoot and kill the thieves that were coming onto their property to steal what they had. She said it was such a bad time at that time that anybody who had anything that could be used as meat or used as food or anything else, they had to shoot and kill to keep it protected, because back then even the wild animals were almost non-existent. You know, wild animals were shot and killed daily for food by people. You know, and so I got to learn about that. She told me the good days and the bad days and things like that. It was freaking awesome to learn, you know. I'll never forget them talks. I talked about people that grew up in the 50s and 60s, you know, things like that. Great knowledgeable people. And we throw our knowledge away now. You know, and it's an acceptable practice to throw our knowledge away. And that ain't cool. That ain't cool at all. We should never throw our knowledge away. And that's what our old folks are, our knowledge and our wisdom. Yes, Texas Rose, you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. And it saddens me to see that. It really does. But I grew up in a different type of community. I first grew up in a backwoods hillbilly community. Okay, I'm talking so backwoods hillbilly. Bubba was a distant cousin. Okay, Bubba was educated. All right, Texas. That's how. So them people first were the first people to teach me what family value was all about. I seen many families when I was growing up that had 4 and 5 generations in them. That'll tell you something. That's family values, and they were all living together and helping each other. That's family values. Now, granted, they got in their arguments and they got in their spats and, oh, I hate you. They go away for a month and here they come back, oh, I'm sorry, and they hug and pat it out and they're good at, you know, that's family values. That's being a family. Then I finished my life growing up in the Native American community. There's some true family values there too, and true respect there for their elders on down to their young ones. Okay? It's freaking up, so. Yes, it is a cultural thing. But unfortunately, when you look in the city, how many times do you actually see that? Where the major populace is, the major population, all they do is throw their elderly in a freaking nursing home. Screw them, fuck them, let them die. They're sick anyway. They're gonna die soon. Who cares? Let's see what we can get out of them when they die. You know. And the young ones, they throw them somewhere like in a school. Here's school, take care of my kids. Beat them, whip them, treat them like crap if you need to. Just take care of them. They're out of my hair for the day. I don't care. You know, that's what you get nowadays in a lot of places. And that's what's saddening, and it's a growing epidemic. And I'm going to call that an epidemic because it's a disease to do that. Because how are you going to learn how to live your life properly without the knowledge and wisdom of old people? And how in the hell are you going to teach your young people to be good people when they aren't being taught it to begin with? You're right, Miss Constitutional. Thank you very much. Again, eloquent speaking to explain the same thing I explained. Thank you. You've been gone a year and you missed all of us, Tay. Well, if you've been gone a year, shit, when did I must have took one hell of a nap. But we missed you anyway, though, Tay. I'm glad you're here, hon. Always glad to see you, Tay. But, alright, Rose, I'm done blabbering my mouth. Go ahead and give us your news, hon. I always like news. Good news, preferably. But bad news if I can help. But at least you were smart enough to know, Rose, that was not the way to be. And you took the time to look for it and search for it. I give you props for that. That's a respectful thing to have done, Rose. It really was. Because you weren't taught that, and it's sad. I feel sorry that you weren't taught that. But at least you took the road to finding it. Really, in it, News Now Houston is banned from live streaming. Holy shit. Wow. That sucks. Hopefully it ain't a perma ban. I hope it's only like a 3-month ban, like what my channel got. Especially since the police were involved in getting his live stream shut down. That ain't good. Oh, Texas Rose, I believe me, I think it's hilarious that people would commit political suicide to shut down a small channel like mine because they spoke out against them. That's their political suicide. You know, you know, I'll tell you one thing. Here's the deal. I don't know how many subs I got right now. But I'm almost back to the same. I know I was close back to the same number I had before I got banned on this channel. But you know what I've noticed? I have more people watching my channel than he does. The one that went about getting me banned. And I spoke badly up. So, I guess he hurt me for a day. I can't even say a day because it wasn't 24 hours. Where was I in less than 24 hours? I was on my brother's stream, Flo. And I was talking to y'all and having a good time with y'all. You are right, Miss Constitutional. That man is a legend. He is one of the hard-workingest men that I've seen for our rights. One of the hard-workingest. He's everywhere he can be. Oh, good. I see. I was only at 140 some before I got banned. So,
Give me a needle and a thread, and I'll sew for you.
Okay. What are you sewing?
I don't know. You said sew on there a while ago.
Oh.
Talking about something else like,
yeah, okay.
I so love you, I so...
Oh, yeah, I got you. I
said, give me a needle and thread, and I'll sew for you.
You lost me. I got you now, Joe.
Yeah. I told you, he's got jokes.
Yeah.
All these comedians are out of business, and he's looking for work.
Yeah, 10,000 comedians out of work, and you're trying to be funny. But we all love Joe. Joe's awesome. Joe's a good guy. Yeah. We have to give him a hard time. He likes to give us a hard time, too, so we give it back. I'll be nice with what statement I could have made to that, Destiny.
Yeah.
I'm just picking at you too, Destiny. So you know. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully this epidemic of putting the old people in nursing homes and then not caring about the young people will stop. And hopefully true family values will be learned again in the near future. Because it needs to happen. It's upsetting to see no family, the lack of family values out there. But I'm glad to see the people that do have family values. And I'm glad. There you go. There you go, Miss Val Freeman and Ethics. You ain't kidding. Miss Constitutional said, Flo, Joe, and me We're the redneck version of Bow, Freeman, and Ethics. So, but we got a Destiny thrown in on the side.
Yeah. Destination and all.
But Destiny's just as cool. I'm telling y'all, guys. Destiny is awesome. Destiny's Destination is her channel.
Yeah.
If you'd like to sub her.
I'm gonna try and go on here in a little bit. Texting a friend. Apparently, her little girl broke her leg.
Well, that's awesome that you were able to do that. Common sense. Destiny's Destination.
I support all the drag queens out there in the world, so if there's any out there, hop on my channel.
Okay.
Feedback.
And she does support. She also supports all the drag queens out there. If there's any of y'all out there, or I tell you what, she's got good fashion advice too.
Pay close attention to fashion.
So all you women out there and drag queens and anybody else for that matter, go ahead and sub Destiny. You might find some cool stuff. She's also just a straight up cool individual and real individual to talk to. I'll tell you that now. So I would ask y'all to sub to her. Wow, I added way too much instant coffee to that. That is like having you'd rather scrub me up. You'd rather scrub me up and make me you'd love to scrub me up and make me a sharp dressed man. No, it ain't even espresso. It's past espresso, common sense. It's like freaking coffee concentrate. Woo. It's almost syrup. It'll take hair off. Pretty close. It'll take hair off your toes and put it on your chest. I promise you that. Tex Rose just subbed you. By the way, Destiny. If that don't wake you up, nothing will. I think that could wake up a Walking Dead man. Hey, there you go. Zombie potion right here. I made zombie potion. Cures all the ailments of zombieism. I believe you did too, Miss Constitutional. I believe you said you did. That would be great right there, common sense. Move the hair from your ears to your head. Yeah, I know the feeling on that. I wish they'd take the hair off my beard and mustache and put it on my head. It's sad. It used to be it's sad I used to not be able to grow a beard and mustache, and I had some of the prettiest hair in the world. And now I ain't got no hair hardly on my head anymore, and it's getting thinner by the day, and I'm growing a full beard and mustache. Go figure that. I have a nice mug, if you say so. Yeah, my mug even says, over what hill? Where? When? I don't remember no hill. You're right. That is a nice mug.
Yeah, that's my favorite one of them.
I love it.
My other one says, out, you vile demons of stupidity.
Do what now?
I have another one. It's got like a little lizard. It says, out, you vile demons of stupidity.
Oh, okay. There you go. I like that. Out, you vile demons of stupidity. Yeah, I was actually, I was glad Joe did what he did, and they saved some fuel too, so we could run the generator and get the battery charged back up so we could charge our phones and all after he found out that there was a loose wire. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just a loose wire.
Just a loose wire.
But I couldn't find the damn thing, but he knows his boat better than I do, so he found it no problem. So now we got now we're getting all right, Tex Rose, you go get lunch, and you be careful when you go to that meeting now, hon.
No.
Oh, hell.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Back in the old school days.
Remember how they had the little jam go, peanut butter jelly time.
Yeah, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. I remember that song. I hated that song with a passion because they played it too much on the radio.
I got 2 little friends out here now.
Huh?
Not that long. 2 little friends out here.
Oh, awesome.
Pretty long time.
All right, Tex Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least it's not fish this time,
Oh,
Miss
I got 3.
Constitutional.
I'm getting them up here.
Cool.
Probably.
Cool.
And they love peanut butter.
But I do love peanut butter and jelly.
I was raised on this shit.
Same here. I sure was.
My mom, after a while, she stopped asking me what I wanted for dinner because the first thing out of my mouth was peanut butter jelly.
There you go. That's constitutional too.
Then I found out my love for lasagna, pizza, spaghetti.
There you go.
Yeah. Mama said you should have been Italian. Because you like anything Italian. Yep. I'm trying to find me a
No, I can't say as I've heard that one, Miss Constitutional, but I will look that up. The song "Raining
I was
Tacos."
trying to find me an Italian chef, to get with, but they were so few for it.
You're right, Common. Have you all ever heard of the song "Raining Tacos"?
Hi.
You ain't? Well, I ain't never heard of it either, but I'm gonna.
Sounds familiar.
It drives Miss Constitutional crazy, but the kids love it. I'll look it up. I want to know what that song's about. Sounds interesting. And really and truly, the only reason I dislike the song with that peanut butter jelly time in it, they played it so much on the frickin' radio, it's like, can't you play any other song? Please. Give me some variety.
Damn, another ad popped up while I was trying to check.
It's raining tacos. I would love to see it rain tacos. That would be good. I would like to have it rain tacos on me. That would be cool. I'd love it to rain tacos on me. Woo. Damn. Hopefully I never do coffee that strong again. Wow. I'm sure I'm sure I've upset a few people for not wanting to listen to arrogance. So that's probably why there's so few in my stream today. It's raining tacos and nobody knows why. I can see that.
You know, sometimes these little children's songs go through my head and I don't know why.
Huh?
Sometimes these children's songs are something there on that are bounce back in my head.
Alright.
Like Puff the Magic Dragon.
Oh, Puff the Magic Dragon likes to pop in my head every now and again.
Yeah. If it ain't that one, it's on top of spaghetti, all covered in cheese.
Yep, I remember that one too.
Yeah. Those things.
Yeah, who cares why? It's tacos! I agree. Common sense. Now I see why you got the name Common Sense. That is the most common sense answer to that question that I've ever seen.
Well, you know why they call it common sense, right? Because it's assumed that everyone has it.
Makes sense.
I was in Dungeons and Dragons.
Uh-huh.
I was actually going to add that to the non-weapon proficiency groups. Common sense. One guy asked me about it. What's up with that one? Well, let's see. Look at it this way. You're in a dungeon. You approach a door. He asks the answer. Is it locked? Well, do you have common sense?
Yeah.
He's like, well, maybe, yeah. I said, well, common sense tell you turn the knob, it doesn't open. Probably locked.
Right. Or if you, common sense would tell you, go look at it. It may show you that it's locked or not.
It may show you that it's locked.
Dur-dur.
Common sense will tell you that it's most likely locked.
Yep. That's a dur-dur.
Severe blonde woman.
Imagine if you're in a room with no windows or doors and no food or water. How would you survive?
Well, it all depends what's in the room.
Just said, you're in a room with no windows or doors and no food or water. How would you survive? Oh, cool. Common sense. That's cool. Yeah, is it raining tacos in the room, Miss Constitutional? How would I survive? Yep, there you go. Stop imagining. The exact wording is, imagine you're in a room with no windows or doors, no food or water. How would you survive?
Well,
Stop imagining.
Well, first of all, I would imagine that I have a saw, and I would saw my way through the door.
There you go. Destiny brought up a perfectly good, valid answer too. She said she would imagine having a saw that she could saw through the wall with and get out. There you go. That's a pretty good answer too to that.
Somebody wants to ask me, say, if you're stranded on a deserted island, how would you survive? Well, let's see. I would go and I'd go to the shoreline, hop on my boat, and sail to the mainland.
There you go.
Let's say, well, where'd you get the boat from? Same place you got the deserted island.
There you go. There you go. No, she said the wall, not the door. She said the wall. She would cut through the wall with a saw and get out. Miss Constitutional stuck her tongue out at that. Hey, it's raining. Oh my goodness. Wow. Maybe it might cool down some. It's so hot right now, it ain't even funny. Am I imagining this too? Stop imagining. If you're trapped in a room with only a mattress and a calendar, how would you survive? This is not using your imagination.
Okay.
This is a hypothetical.
All right.
Okay. If you're trapped in a room with only a mattress and a calendar, how do you survive?
Oh, that's simple. I would eat the dates from the calendar. I'd drink from the springs and the mattress. Take from the couch.
There you go. Did you, Destiny? She said she'd eat the dates from the calendar and drink from the springs of the mattress. You were right.
Yeah.
Well, I got you a riddle. Let's see if y'all can get this one. What walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs in the evening?
Oh, that's easy. I already know the answer.
I'm sure you do. Let's see if they can get it. Any guesses? What walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 in the evening? Well, Destiny says she knows it, so let's see if... Kodiak A. Bear got it right. A person.
Right.
Yes. Okay, I got another one for you. What's black and white and red all over?
What?
What's black and white and red all over? Destiny got it right, by the way. If y'all heard her, you know the answer. Yep, Kodiak got it right again. Newspaper. Yep, y'all got that one. That's good. What has, hold on. What has, or sunbird zebra, yes, you're right. What has, what has 10 wheels and flies?
What?
What has 10 wheels and flies? Tell me when y'all want to give up on this one, guys. Hey, common sense got it. All right, good job, common sense. It was a garbage truck.
Oh, I knew it was some kind of. I couldn't think of a vehicle.
It has 10 wheels and it flies.
Oh shit!
And it has flies.
My nails are going everywhere. Oh.
Oh no,
Oh fuck! All right, that was nice. Fuck it.
that ain't good. Destiny just spilt her nails.
Yeah, there was a lip press on nails. I was thinking about using them eventually.
Up and down we go, up and down we go. Yeah, runaway nails, yep, runaway nails. Hey, Wendy, oh, welcome back, hon. We all love the Wendy-O, that's for sure. I'm glad Miss Constitutional got to stay on live longer than 6 or 7 minutes. Yep, garbage truck. I used to know a million of those dang little riddle jokes.
Right.
What the hell? You better answer your phone. Someone's getting pissed.
That's a new message.
Oh, okay. I thought someone was getting pissed that you weren't answering your phone. They keep calling you back.
The fuck is wrong with SafePlay? Get it while it's hot. 72 hours only. Download a free ringtone wallpaper.
The first child's name is January. The second child name is February. The third child name is March. The fourth child name is, what's the fifth child name?
Yeah, it costs.
May?
Don't fall for that shit. Hell no. Ain't nothing this world free.
It'd have to be May. Steve Penderberg just came on. Or Stinger Pender, excuse me. All right. All right, Destiny. Mary has 5 children. The first child's name is January. The second child's name is February. The third child's name is March. The fourth child's name is April. What's the fifth child's name?
May.
That's what I said. May. It's just you and your kids today. Awesome, Miss Constitutional. See, even Destiny says it would be May. So I'm going to go with May.
I mean, if you're following the pattern, yeah.
Yeah. But more than likely,
Okay.
read that literally.
I got a riddle that I made money off of.
Hold on. We're trying to get this one still.
Okay. This one will blow your mind.
Read that literally, I just did, and I still come up with May. Unless, no, can't be May. May. I'm still going to say May. So if I'm incorrect, you need to let us know, please. fifth. What is the fifth child's name? Is the child's name. Okay, I got it. What is... I got you. I got you. The answer to the riddle, what is the fifth child's name?
Fifth child.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
What?
Joe got it right.
The fifth child?
Yep.
The fifth child.
What is the fifth child's name?
Yep.
The
Fifth child.
Damn it.
That's cool.
I got a riddle.
All right, Destiny's got a riddle, guys. Hey, Triple X, bro, how are you? Good to see you. Break time, awesome. Good to see you here, bro. What's the riddle?
Alright, you got 2 coins
2 coins
equal 30 cents.
equals 30
And
cents,
one of them's not a nickel.
and one of them's not a nickel.
What do you got?
What do you got? You got 2 coins that equal 30 cents, and one of them's not a nickel. What do you got? Yeah, it's what? Yes. That's what Joe said. It's what? But you got 2 coins that equal 30 cents,
One of them is not a nickel.
and one of them is not a nickel. So what do you got? What?
I'd make money on that riddle.
Yes, I've seen that, Miss Constitutional. No, one of them cannot be a nickel, common sense. One of them cannot be a nickel. So. I don't know this answer. This is Destiny's riddle here.
Was it stump?
One of them is not a nickel, so you can use anything but a nickel.
You got 2 coins. The riddle, listen to the riddle. The riddle says you got 2 coins that equal 30 cents, and one of them is not a nickel.
You got 2 coins that equal 30 cents, and one of them is not a nickel. That is the riddle.
I know that.
You can use whatever you want, just as long as you don't use a nickel. I say a quarter and a dime that was cut in half.
You don't know it, Will?
I do not. I don't know that one.
Say it to yourself, Gil.
Okay. You got 2 coins
Well,
that equal 30 cents,
well, one of them is not a nickel.
and one of them is not a
What-
nickel.
What's left?
A quarter. But that still don't equal 30. Ah,
One of
See,
them
the
ain't
way-
a nickel.
it's I got you.
Alright, see what it is? It's like the human mind automatically rules out the nickel.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, it's like you got a quarter.
It is a quarter, guys.
Oh,
It's a quarter.
It's a quarter.
It's, like the riddle says, one of the coins.
It's 30 cents minus 5 cents equals a quarter, is what to be.
You got a quarter in the nickel.
Yeah.
You got a quarter.
Well, made a nickel. So what do you got left? A quarter. A quarter of a nickel.
Yeah.
I caught on to that after y'all kept saying one of them is not a nickel. Okay.
Yeah.
One of them ain't. One of them is a quarter.
Right. Yep. Yep. I got it. God dang it. That's a word play right there.
You gotta look at it.
I got it finally. They had to explain it, but I got it. Now I feel about as dumb as a box of rocks.
Well, I wouldn't have done it till y'all kept saying one of them is not a nickel, okay?
I would have sat there for 4 hours trying to figure that out and be going,
I've won money on that bet. And
Yep.
it's so simple.
But you were all right. One is still a nickel. It's just one wasn't a nickel.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Lighter, lighter. You know the thing that starts a cigarette to burn.
And stuff starts fires.
Yeah. One of those things. Becky? Who in the hell's Becky?
Becky. I know Bucky.
Yeah, I got that misconstitutional. Yep. They had to explain that to me. I was going, so, wordplay, I love it. I can outsmart a cop trying to double talk me, but I can't figure out a simple ass riddle like that. Go figure.
Hey Dylan, so what's the easiest way to avoid a cop that's chasing you?
What's the easiest way to avoid a cop chasing you?
Yep.
Get a box of donuts, throw it the other direction. Yeah. I do that one. No, I've never seen a cop at a Krispy Kreme, but I've always seen them at Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts? Yeah,
Yes.
they bucked their game up a little bit. They do more than donuts now.
That's because they're probably tired of having the cops arrest them for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the building's filming. We got to arrest you.
Oh my God. And it's like, like on the radio. When
Yep, you had it.
On the radio when you hear a cop, they yell out like, what was that? Oh, we got a 912 in progress. That's Dunkin' Donuts in distress.
Oh, okay. Got a 912 in progress. That's a Dunkin' Donuts in distress.
Send all cars.
I tell you what, this was funny as hell, and it made it into the. This made it into the news up in Illinois. These cops had just got done being busted for hanging out at the Dunkin' Donuts. Yep, look at her butt. Yes, I remember that. They had just got busted for taking too much time hanging out at the Dunkin' Donuts, right? 3 days after all these cops got reprimanded for hanging out too long at the Dunkin' Donuts, right? There was like 15 of them, right? And they get a call to go to the Dunkin' Donut. Every cop in the city was at the Dunkin' Donut shop, and plus 4 county cops was at the Dunkin' Donut shop because it was being robbed by an armed robber.
Yep.
Yeah, That's true too, Mrs. Constable. Don't run.
Oh, let me tell you this one, and this is actually a true story. In Ocala, Florida, there was, all right, they've got an official, what do they call it? A homeless squad. A bum squad is what they call it. Where they round up all the homeless people, you know, that are sleeping under bridges, woods, where. Okay, now they was taking 2 homeless guys into custody, and not a quarter of a mile away, there was a convenience store that was getting robbed.
Holy cow! You hear that? They got a squad down there in Ocala.
At the same time.
That rounds up the homeless people and arrests them and takes them to jail or whatever they do with them.
Yeah,
and just a quarter mile down the road from them arresting 2 of them one night, the convenience store was being robbed, and they were more worried about the homeless
people.
people.
Worried about the homeless, you know, sleeping under the freaking bridge.
That's a sad day right there.
Yeah.
But then again, you know, I'll never forget that film Furry Potato did about them scumbag freaking people out there in Los Angeles. You got 3 minutes to grab whatever you can, and we're coming through and tearing down this tent city, you know. And they went through and was just taking their stuff and throwing it in the back of garbage trucks and making a homeless person's life even more miserable than what it was. That aggravates me. That aggravated the heck out of me. You know. And some of these people, they don't want to be homeless. They'd rather work if they could, but there ain't no jobs. Or some of them are fighting to get disability or whatever. You know. And they can't get their disability, things like that, so they have to be homeless. You know, it's sad, and I know you did, Triple X. I know you felt bad for her. That's why you gave her money, and that was awesome of you, Triple X. That was so awesome of you. I give you kudos for that, bro.
On the river.
And I noticed she had she showed us that she had drain tubes in her belly and all. So.
No, pump still works.
Yeah, I believe that. Common sense. San Francisco's just retarded on their prices of houses and everything.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the rent prices and everything else and house prices and land prices are so astronomical around San Francisco, it ain't even funny. So, I can believe that. But I can tell you now, in my time of being alive, I remember seeing land like up in Missouri that was going for $200 an acre when I was a kid, to now the same exact land that was going for $200 an acre is almost $2,000 an acre. The same exact land. So.
Where are y'all at? On the river.
Who was that?
Kip.
Oh. What? He needing you to go up there or what?
Yeah, he needs Joe.
Huh?
They gotta put a tire on the trailer so they can hit the thing.
Right. So I need to go with y'all.
Well, we're not going yet.
Oh, okay.
He's going up there. They're gonna go back to the house and get.
Yeah, but I need to bring back the boat.
What?
I need to bring back the little boat.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can bring back the little boat.
So, guys, I gotta go. I need to go help Joe out a little bit and drop him off so he can go to the mainland for a bit. Then we're gonna work on getting a boat out of the water and everything else like that. All right, Triple X, I need to go too. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for the support. Y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Hugs and love, guys.